All right, what is up, guys? So it's been about 2 years since I've really flown FPV, and I might be back. We're gonna find out here real soon because I just installed the O4 Pro, and I'm coming from like the V1 goggles with Caddx Vistas. These guys, I got these 5 years ago, and I never upgraded them. I've always paid attention to what's been coming out from DJI, and with the Goggles 2 and the Air Unit 03, I was like keeping track of the issues that people were having with them, so I never really jumped on it. And then when the O4 got announced with the 1 over 1/3 sensor and the race mode 15 milliseconds, it just seemed like a good time to jump back into it. So I went ahead and got the Goggles 3 with, they've got 1080p OLED screens. And then I've got the O4. I've just put this in the old Hyperlight free range. It's not meant for this frame. I kind of just like had to shoehorn the camera in there. I took a Dremel to the top plate. I don't know if you can see that. And then I kind of dremeled the standoffs for clearance, for a little bit of clearance. And you can see the top of the top plate in the DVR footage. But this is temporary. I'm just kind of waiting to see what frames come out specifically for the O4. Hopefully something that's like a dead cat or something that basically just doesn't have props in view. Because with this camera, you shouldn't really need like an action camera. But anyway, I just got this from Pyroflip today. It was a little delayed because of the wildfires. So I got it today, got it installed. Pretty easy to install because I'm using the Newbie Drone Infinity 200 2020 stack. It's plug and play. So pretty easy to install. And then I swapped out the antenna for a run cam antenna that I got on Amazon, just because I don't have the dual antenna mount for the antennas that come with it. So just to simplify it for now. So this is going to be my first flight. I thought about waiting till tomorrow to like go to a park or something, but I'm far too impatient. I test flew it line of sight while my wife was wearing the goggles, and everything checked out okay. There was no breakup, but no issues. So I'm about to throw on the goggles and see what it looks like. Okay, I'll be right back. I know this is nothing new, but I love that you can adjust the diopters and the IPD. I mean, the IPD is not nothing new, but oh, that's just so cool. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay.
Acro mode on. Danger.
Okay, we're at 60 megabits. Oh, this is so trippy. It's so clear. Oh my gosh. This quad is not tuned. I just reflashed it with Betaflight 4.5. Um, so yeah, it's not like super tuned or anything. This is insane. And there's no action cam, so this is a 1356S, so this is gonna last for a while probably. Latency, I'm not in race mode, so the latency feels fine. It's supposed to be like 5 milliseconds higher than say a Vista, but it feels okay. And the camera angle is not tilted up very far. Oh, guys, this is such a trip. This is like better than flying through a GoPro. Oh, this is nuts. I really need a frame that has nothing in view, at least for freestyle. Just cruising. Looks like we're staying pretty locked at 60 megs the entire time. Yeah. Oh, this is nuts. Like at this point, I said this 5 years ago, but at this point, I don't know how people are still flying analog. I mean, if you're a serious racer, like really serious, I get it. But for everything else, like, why? This is insane. Oh, battery. I have to change that. This is nuts, guys. Didn't even set up the OSD yet.
Engine off.
All right, guys. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Like watching the YouTube videos, it doesn't do it justice, especially if people aren't uploading at like the right bit rate or whatever. Um, that is just like flying through an action cam. This, like, when they dropped this, and I saw that it was a 1/1/3 sensor, like just for context, I'm filming with a Osmo Pocket 3. It's like the gimbal camera. The sensor in this is the same size sensor that's in the Osmo Pocket 3. Like, DJI is just insane. So yeah, this is like I've never thought that I was done FPVing. Like my gear has always just kind of sitting there, just like waiting. And like I never thought about getting rid of it or anything. I was just waiting for the next big thing to come along, and this is definitely it. I mean, you don't have any issues with binding the O4 to the Goggles 3. Like even now, I'm reading about people with the O4 that are having trouble with like the Goggles 2 and the Goggles N3. But with the Goggles 3, I haven't heard of anything like that. And for me, just now, that short flight, it was great. And it's crazy because even with the Vistas, because I fly in front of my house all the time. And I've been flying a little bit the past couple of days just trying to get back into it. And with the Vistas, even with like the upgraded like iFlight antenna, um, the picture for the Vista for 5 years ago, it looks great, but you can see when it's pixelating, you know? Um, and with this, and it was everything was running in auto, but it was zero pixelation. It looked like an action camera the entire time. This is crazy. So yeah, I need to get a proper frame, like some sort of a dead cat frame, and and I definitely wouldn't wouldn't hesitate to race this system if somebody makes a proper race frame for it. Because I love racing HD. People always complain about the latency, but racing when you can see what's happening, like when you're not flying through breakup and static and just flying off of like memorization, like it's so intense. It's crazy. So yeah, I've got lots to play with. I gotta mess with the settings, wait for better frames to come out. Gotta tune this quad. But yeah, guys, this is pretty freaking exciting. This is definitely exciting. All right, I think I'm gonna charge another pack and fly another one. All right, guys, thanks for watching.